job with that.
Okay.
Taking out all of anything that's a problem. And then we can go into aesthetics, because the other thing with pruning is you want to only take out about 25% of the plant per year. So that means often you may have to delay your ultimate goal, and because the plant gets its energy from the leaves that are photosynthesizing. So cutting too much off cuts its food supply and puts it under stress.
Okay.
So as you're looking, you know, this is, I don't have a scientific way of saying I'm measuring 25%. It's really eyeball. But
I get the idea, though.
and I often have to stop myself, because when I get started on pruning, I can really go ahead.
It's addictive.
It's really addictive. So you know, this is not going to heal.
Yeah.
So we're gonna cut it, and now that is a problem cut, and the reason it's a problem cut is because there is oh, this is actually probably a pretty decent place to show it.
Is that a node or something?
Yeah, so there's on any, and shrubs and trees are, you know, are woody plants, and so they're pretty much the same thing in your pruning rolls. So you have a ridge and a collar.
Okay.
And it is in this area right here that trees secrete a sealer, basically, when there's damage. And that prevents anything from, that's how it heals. It heals from a cut.
Okay.
If you cut outside of that zone and you leave what we would call a stub here, the tree is actually going to send its sealer right here, and you're going to create this dead piece here. And that is problematic, because that is where, as it dies, insects and disease will enter. So that's the weak spot.
Okay.
So getting the cut right is important for that reason.
Got it.
And so a stub is a problem. And so we want to get that down to where we are just, and you have to, you really, it's a little bit of an angled cut. And you want to stay outside of the ridge and collar when you make that cut, because if you go inside, you create a new problem, which is you've now made it impossible for the tree to heal there, because you've actually cut into that healing zone.
Okay.
And you guys can look this up because you are such good gardeners, but it's the abbreviation CODIT, C-O-D-I-T.
Okay.
Compartmentalization of decay in trees.
Okay.
Is where all this comes from. This pruning research.
Okay. So where would you? I mean, so on this one, then would you cut it, or would you just?
I'm going to cut it down to there in hopes that what we're going to see is some new growth here to fill in.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the same thing here.
Okay.
Then we're going to see if we can get some growth. We see a little bit of growth coming this way. So if it turns out that this grows nicely and not much is happening here, we may just cut that off here.
Okay.
And in the meantime, we have some corrective pruning to do. So you can see that we have a stub right here.
Right.
And so we want to come in, and if you can, this is the cutting edge of the clipper, so you want to get that as close to where you're going to make the cut as possible.
Okay.
So we're going to go there, and I'm going to look, because once we make that cut, it's done. So then we'll look around and we'll see, are there any other stubs to fix? Well, I'll put one right here. I see one right here. And so this is the funny thing. So, you know, for pruning, you often just don't, you don't even know, well, what did you prune?
I see,
well, you know, we pruned, but you might not see a whole lot of what we pruned because of that. So I'm going to take that because of the damage.
Right.
So take it down. And another thing about pruning, you know, never be afraid to really look at what you're about to do, because it's easier for a plant to recover from one cut than it is from a whole bunch of little ones. Here we're making corrections, so we're doing some little ones.
Okay.
But you know, taking something all the way down because you can see how far the damage goes is better than just one little cut here or there.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Okay.
So. If I'm going to make any error, I'm going to error in cutting off too much at first.